Well, hello, and welcome in to this grand finals match of Hitman Bingo. I'm your host Gunther, and I'm joined by uh, my good friend and admin and constant and cohort GKPunk.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Gunther. How's it going?
Oh, it's going wonderful. Um, we are potentially waiting on Phanium. A bit delayed, coming from some personal business, but hopefully we'll be getting going soon enough. I will say that we're gonna go ahead and take some time to basically talk through some of the pre-match stuff here. Um, so, Punky, coming into this, what do you expect us to see out of these two players today?
Uh, this. So I was observing Random throughout the thing. He's a very improv favorite player, and this is a game mode. If you know the map and the game, it actually helps. But Phanium also looks very solid. So I want to see, and I'm expecting like a very even contest, even though their play style is going to be completely different. One with more solid strats or set strats, and Random might go for improv stuff or ping. And this is also lockout, so you can just pick up any tile as long as you pick it up before your opponent. You keep that tile.
Right, and you actually bring up a good point with that. I don't know if it really matters what mode these two players would be going into, lockout or non-lockout. I think that it would still be kind of an even matchup because both players had their highs and lows in both parts of the tournament. I'm going to take us over to the bracket page so that we can kind of take a look at the journey that these players went on. So Phanium got a first round bye, essentially, just due to the luck of the draw. So only has played 3 matches to get here, where Random actually started in round 1 and went all the way through. But if you look at their opponents, Phanium had to beat Pajiro, Chris, K Kaneda to get here, and some random person had to beat Mika, Yanini, Lewis, and then Joker J. So neither player really had an easy route to get to the grand finals. Um, and I mean, this is the first true like official bingo tournament, and so there's not really a whole lot of stats that we have associated with these players and the maps and stuff. But I do want to go through their map picks and see what you think of those. So first up is Santa Fortuna, and that was picked by some random person. How do you feel these players are going to play on this? Because the only stuff that we really have is some random person beat Mika on Santa Fortuna, and Phanium beat Chris on Santa Fortuna.
Right. I think Fanium versus Chris, it was like Chris getting locked out literally by Fanium that time. Both of them were going for the same tiles.
Right.
And as for Santa Fortuna as a pick for Random, if you give him the choice, no matter the game mode, he will pick Santa Fortuna. I think he just likes playing in that map.
Yeah.
That's about the size of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely a map that he feels comfortable on, but one that he also knows pretty well. I think the bigger maps are interesting for bingo because the tiles can be so much more varied, and there are certain sections of the map that you kind of get drawn to, and so it's more about like, okay, how do I feel my knowledge is, regarding the mansion on Santa Fortuna. Like you can get several tiles there, hands down, no problem. So I think it's going to be interesting, especially with this being a lockout game, because some random person played against Mika in non-lockout, whereas Phanium played against Chris in lockout. So this is going to, obviously, Phanium has a little bit more experience here, but some random person, nothing to scoff at when it comes to Santa Fortuna. Phanium's pick, on the other hand, is Mendoza. Um, some random person is 2-0, beat Yanini and Joker J in, let's see here, that should be non-lockout and then lockout, respectively. And then Phanium beat Pajiro, but then lost to K Kaneda in lockout.
Yeah, both players picked Mendoza as their pick in the semifinals,
Mm-hmm.
so shouldn't be a problem. Random was gonna play Santa Fortuna as his third map if he had. It was a 2-1 at that, or 1-1 at the point after second map. So It's kind of hard to tell. Both players have beaten other opponents in their picks and the other map, and picked the maps themselves in lockout and non-lockout. So it's like the most well-rounded final you can think of,
I think
really.
so, yeah. I mean, because there's not, I mean, on the way here, Phanium dropped 2 maps, Random dropped a single map versus Lewis, but it's, that's not, their records are fairly impeccable, you know? I mean, just looking at them, there are 2 maps that some random person has not played on at all throughout the entire tournament in this pool, in this pick pool, I should say. Phanium has only missed out on one. So some random person has played on Miami, whereas Phanium hasn't. And Phanium has played on Berlin and Sapienza, whereas some random person hasn't. However, Phanium dropped Berlin, but Phanium dropped Berlin to Chris. So, it's like that's
Yeah.
not really a gauge of how good Phanium's Berlin is because that's Chris and it's Berlin, and that was Chris's pick as well. The next map I already mentioned is going to be Miami. This is one that Phanium doesn't have a record for, but some random person is 0-1, and that was versus Lewis in the quarterfinals. So every map after Mendoza is a randomly picked map. So Miami, Berlin, Sapienza, and Hokkaido. Hokkaido being the decider if we have to get that far.
Yeah, if we do. It's an interesting map for bingo, but I don't see it going past Berlin, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So you think we're gonna get done in
Um,
4 maps here?
at the most, I mean, Miami might be, but also this is first to three, so things actually do change a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Berlin is the one that's interesting in terms of gameplay. Until you get to Hokkaido. Miami and Sapienza in general from both of those seasons, like this quote unquote second map. People don't count Hawks Bay, but they're kind of similar position wise. Like, at least I view it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think bingo would play out around the same way. There's disguises that are really good, and again, bingo means any target, so you can just get the targets in some meta ways. Don't have to, like Sierra's car or Francesca's virus or the what's the thing, the solar system on Silvio.
Right. Yeah. Speedrun. Any type of speedrun strats, and I think that both these players are very very skilled and capable at that stuff. So I don't think that that's what we're gonna see. I think honestly, it's gonna be how we see them play the tiles. Um,
Yeah, it is like that's what Hokkaido is basically. You
yeah.
get the tiles and then you switch back to the suite and just get Yuki and then get Soders.
Yeah. Joker J in the chat mentions that Phanium has been grinding Miami. Grinding emphasized there with all caps. And I think that that's really going to lean into it too. I know that some random person is fairly practiced on Miami, at least from a roulette
And
standpoint.
I can tell you some random person has not. It's done the opposite of grinding. He is an improv guy. He
Yeah.
just turns on the game to play tournaments.
Yeah. And he's still
Or
fantastic at that. So,
yeah, he's been in the just another unique concept finals that we had was bonus rivals. He was in the finals of that, lost to David Red Sox, and now he's again in the finals of a newly introduced game mode and tournament or map pool, whatever you want to call it, and he's in the finals again.
right.
So yeah, his play style of improv when there's not set things, it really, really with the game knowledge, it helps you get to the top. Now, can he win it? That's basically the expectations
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
he is a community veteran in terms of playing in all sorts of tournaments. He's been there since the beginning.
Yeah, and I mean, Phanium is no walk in the park either. It's going to be interesting to see how these players go about this. I think that just their journey here and just the play that we've seen out of both of them has been pretty substantial. You know, um, it's exciting because it means that we're going into a final where we can potentially see 6 maps. I'm with you. I think that we don't see Hokkaido. I don't see any draws on this map outside of maybe a photo finish. Um, but with Lockout, I feel like that's a lot less likely because you have to kind of go to different tiles. It's going to be a lot harder to sync up your finish times, which is also kind of disappointing to me because I think that Hokkaido would be a fantastic a matchup for these two to play, just in the random string of things because of how they have played on Hokkaido throughout the tournament. Some random person has won twice on Hokkaido against Mika and Lewis respectively, and then Phanium has won once, but that again was against Chris, and that's actually what won him the match. So that would be a really really nice match or map to see them play. But after Miami, we do have Berlin. Like I said, some random person, no experience on this. And Bingo, at least in the competitive standpoint, whereas Phanium just has the loss to Chris. And then Sapienza, some random person, no experience there. And Phanium 1-0 against K Kaneda earlier in the tournament. So
that's pretty big. That win against K Kaneda.
mm-hmm.
Any win against K Kaneda is
Yeah,
pretty big.
that
So
makes it
that
scary.
you can consider his Sapienza very solid.
Yeah, because it would have to
And
be.
it's a question mark for random, so who knows what's gonna happen if you're there. And it'll also depend on the score, because at the tail end of the map pool, what score you have and who needs to win that map to stay in the match,
Mm-hmm.
it, that might put some mental pressure.
Oh, for sure, definitely. Well, and I think that these players have to win their map picks. I think if we see both players win their map picks, we see potentially getting us to Sapienza. If either player takes the other player's map pick, I think you're right. I think we're over in 4 at the latest, because you want to make that statement early doors. Now, obviously, Mendoza is Phanium's pick, but some random person has not been beaten on Mendoza in Bingo this tournament so far. Um, so I don't know, because that's something that tells me that some random person is obviously very good at improv and is probably quite capable at sticking it to Phanium when it comes to Mendoza. So I think that's going to be kind of the telltale what's going to happen with the whole of the tournament, depending on who comes out of Mendoza with the win, who comes out of Santa Fortuna with the win.
Yeah, and those two maps are really maps kind of like Hokkaido, where you can start off and speed run sort of immediately, like maybe a 90-second
Right.
all target dead type of thing, which Berlin is,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
But Santa Fortuna, you can't really, I mean, yeah, you can get the quick Andrea kill, but since this is default loadout, you can't really do much more than that.
Right. Oh, exactly. I mean, because we're not going to see Seekers from either of the players, obviously, with that default loadout. So we're going to need to see some peekaboos for Jorge, some alternate strats for that type of stuff, and that in and of itself is kind of a toss up. But it is. I'm glad that you brought this up. We're looking at Lockout, where the players do not lose their tiles. They get to keep their tiles, whether they restart or not. And so one of the strategies is get the tiles that you need and then just speed run the map. A map like Santa Fortuna, the speed run side of that is definitely called more into question. And so you don't want a late rip kind of keeping you from exiting the level in time to beat your opponent.
Yeah, it's whether what type of strats they practice. And going back into when Phanium played against Chris, Chris was going for a lot of disguises. I remember he was doing a lot of becomes, and while that's happening, Phanium did a bunch of collects. So it will be interesting to see which way the players go for, because obviously you might go for a few becomes, but then somebody hasn't picked up any tiles, but then they pick up a bunch of collects at the
Right.
same time.
Yeah, no, it's funny that you mentioned that, because specifically, I think you and I cast the Phanium and Chris match, and Chris's strategy was to grab a bunch of become tiles, and he ran right through it. And then he got to around the 5 or 6 tile mark, and then Phanium came
Right.
roaring back by collecting just a massive tiles, you know? And it made that matchup really, really close, even though at the beginning it looked like it was going to go so very easily for Chris on his side of things. So it's I'm with you there. I think that and that's the thing about how bingo is right now, right? It's not, there isn't really a meta to be like, oh, this is definitely how you win every bingo match, you know. And it's been interesting during the course of this tournament to see how players have been trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the improv route and the game knowledge route. This is which we know both players have, and like some people that mentioned and Phanium has been grinding a lot. So both players very, very versed into the game mode, and I'm curious to see their strategies.
Well, hello, hello, and welcome back to this grand finals match of Hitman Bingo between some random person and Phanium. I'm still your host, Gunther, and I'm still joined by my good friend GKPunk. How you doing, Punky?
Doing all right.
We are about to go. Phanium is here. Some random person has been here, and as soon as that timer starts counting down, I will reveal the card to the folks in the lovely stream. So yeah, so very excited for this one to get going. Took a roundabout way to actually get here, but we're about to get going on this finals. Oh
Oh
no,
yeah, I need to choose the finals overlay.
I do. I apologize.
No worries. You have time.
There. Now it's updated. Now it's right, and we can blame this delay on me for not having the right overlay. That's the real
Yeah,
reason we started this late.
it's 27 hours delayed, but we'll blame you for the 0.5 seconds.
That it took me to update the overlay. It's all right. It's all right. I apologize to everybody. I'll turn in my resignation as admin.
Yeah, there's
Um,
already discussions going on regarding your role.
oh no, do I get a vote in that one? I feel like
Gunther gets redacted again.
oh yeah, that happened to me before. It was dreadful. But our card is live, so I'm gonna go ahead and reveal that. And take a quick read through all the tiles real fast. All right, seeing
Become a bunch of people.
yeah,
Poker field
several
yard, mansion
becomes
staff, gardener,
gardener, construction
street soldier.
worker, band member. That's a free one if they can get it. Submarine engineer. I feel like we won't see. That's kind of out of the way, but street soldier is very easy one
I
to
mean, if you're
grab.
Chris X3, go for that. So maybe.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But both players immediately in. Phanium starting at the hostel, whereas some random person just started at the bus stop. Not going for the early panic falling object kill for Andrea. It does look like he might be grabbing the street soldier disguise.
Yeah, that's what Random seems to be going for. Phanium, again, it looks like this is kind of his regimen. He started with the two pickups of the soda cans and trying to peekaboo Andrea outside. He's gonna grab the letter opener, what's in her desk, and
Some
there's
random
that one.
person is going to grab the first tile.
So yeah, this is again Phanium, the collection guy, and Random appears to be the become guy this time
Yeah,
so
he's
far.
working on the band
So
member
yeah, he's
disguise
gonna
now.
become the drummer.
Oh, but he's got a
At
body
least.
found. Okay, so he's going to need to restart
Oh,
there. But he doesn't have to
but
become the street soldier again, so that should
right.
save him some time. He can go straight for the band member if he wants. He can go for the Andrea kill, whatever it is that he wants to do.
Advantage of being in Lockout means you don't have to waste time doing the same thing again.
Yeah, very much true. Phanium does have Andrea killed and is heading down towards the bar area. What's he going for down here? Oh, he just
Yeah,
grabbed a brick. Is there there is a collect 3 bricks tile, so that might be a tile that he's going for.
Yeah, possibly. Looks like he's gonna go across the log.
Yeah,
He's got his pistol ready.
maybe
There's
heading
a
toward the hippo
mansion guard
enclosure.
too.
Oh, yeah, you are absolutely right. Yeah, that's a free tile, especially since you have to wait on the log going anyway. There's the
Yeah,
band member grab by some random person, so that'll be another tile collected there.
and he picks up the kitchen knife from the
Oh, excellent.
dartboard. So
Is it
good
just a
map knowledge there.
single? No, it's two that he has to grab. But
He's gonna go in one of these houses. We looked at it. He would be trespassing, so he's. Well, would he be trespassing actually? Some of them you don't trespass.
I'm not sure.
But Phanium grabs this third brick,
Grabs his third
gets the
brick,
tile.
and he grabbed the claw hammer from the construction site as well. Nobody's become the construction worker yet. Phanium's here, but doesn't look like he's going to be going for a construction worker disguise. He might be beholden to some timing here.
Yeah, Phanium's making good progress though. He's in the hippos enclosure. He's picked up one kitchen knife too, so he's one away. So who's
Right.
gonna get that first? And Phanium has 4 tiles as opposed to Random's 1, but Random gets the kill on Andrea Martinez.
Let's see, what's his plan here?
He wants to get the coconuts, is it? Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that guy is right under. No, he's leaving. I'm not sure what he wants to do. He's trying to find the scale prompt. Okay, that was interesting. Just he shouldn't see him vaulting over, so I don't know what that was for.
Yeah. Phanium has tossed the meaty bone into the hippo enclosure. Looks like that's how he's planning on isolating Rico. And drop the column next to the hippo. He's also grabbed as well. So there is the submarine engineer disguise. I did
Yeah,
the fabled mistake of forgetting that the submarine engineer is different than the submarine crew.
Random steals the knives and the tiles with the knives, so Phanium won't be able to get that
Yeah.
one.
And Phanium just grabbed his second kitchen knife as well.
That's a good one to lock out because Phanium is very good at these collecting ones. As Random has picked up 2 or so tiles, has picked up 4.
Very much so. So Phanium with 7 tiles to Random's 4.
Yeah, Random's trying to become the barman now.
Is that also one? It is one of the tiles in the top row.
Yep, there's another action from Phanium. Turn on the Vanisher's photocopier.
Yeah, that's in the downstairs room with the security cameras.
Yeah, the text is basically as long as almost as short that action is. Just press a button.
Phanium carrying this propane flask. Looks like this might be the way that he's going to be taking out Jorge.
Well, seems like it. He's pulling the helicopter pilot out of the shed. And again, if you're familiar with roulette rivals or any, it's around 6 minutes is when Jorge gets back to his shed. So he's well ahead.
He's incredibly ahead here.
Catching his timing.
And I'm guessing we'll see the propane setup through the window so that you can just shoot it from afar. Nice and safe way to take out Jorge because nobody notices a leaking propane flask. Some random person going to grab the gardener disguise here. That'll be another tile.
Yeah, another disguise for Random, another tile. And Phanium has a propane tank with a coin set up next to it, so Jorge will stop to look at the coin, and that will be his opportunity.
Yeah, and he's got to wait here, which is good for Random. Random has a chance to grab some tiles, because this is going to take Phanium a little bit before Jorge is where he needs him to be. Some random person going for the mansion staff disguise now.
That's another another disguise tile. Oh, but
Oh,
he
but he's
gets
gonna get
caught
spot.
trespassing.
Yeah, that's gonna reset him. I mean, advantage entirely to Phanium at this point.
Yeah, Phanium has 9 tiles. Just need one more
One more and one more
and
kill,
2 kills.
and
Yeah, he's got Rico isolated in Hippo's enclosure, so it's
exactly.
basically half a kill because he's already got the
He's already got the
target
ISO, yeah.
isolation.
So he's in a good spot.
And with that setback, he could become the mansion staff and then take that away from random because he would
Very
have to go
true.
all the way to the mansion. This will also give him the sports car keys. Oh, look, coconut. He could grab the coconuts. Oh man, this is looking so good for Phanium. Oh, but it doesn't kill Rico. He's not there
Oh,
yet.
oh, just shot it too early.
But he could grab the coconuts. There is an enforcer in front of it.
Yeah,
Oh, Rico walks right under where the column would be, but that's
but the column's already dropped.
all right. Phanium has knocked out the guard. He's gonna go for a headshot on Rico, and yeah, with the Hippo Whisperer out of the way, there's the 2 coconuts.
That'll be the final
Nice
tile.
improv
Yeah,
and
that worked
safe.
very well.
Yeah, looking very solid. He has the car keys, just running towards it.
Yeah, he'll be able to get there before the Hippo Whisperer circles back, so he should be able to get out of here no problem. Some random person is going to become the construction worker, but just I don't think nearly enough to get him out here.
Yeah, he's picking up tiles. He's at 8, so it's only 2 tile difference, but the 3 huge delay kills, like
Yeah,
those kills are basically 5 tiles on their own.
yeah, this is going to take him way too long to catch up, and Phanium's going to get out with 10 tiles collected. So that should be the first point in this grand final to Phanium. And taking Random's map pick off of him. I mean, that's big.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
huge.
that's really solid, and this is what Phanium has been throughout this whole tournament. Just hardly any missteps, and that's what it was. And random again, you could see the improv in his gameplay, and that part just didn't work out when he
Yeah.
was trying to get the mansion staff.
I think that, because if we look at the way that these two players started, Phanium went like immediately for kills and then started to focus on tiles after that. Whereas Random went for a couple tiles first and then started to go for kills. I think that the faster kill strat really paid off for Phanium because he was able to get right into it, whereas Random suddenly kind of got tied to certain targets and their timings and stuff. And so, obviously, like the unfortunate rip, we don't know what would have happened with the rest of Random's run if not for the unfortunate rip with the mansion staff. But I think, and the worst part of it is I think he would have been safe if he had stayed behind that door and just waited for the mansion staff to come in. But I understand. I would have probably done the same thing, just tried to play it safe, and wound up costing him the map.
Yeah, I mean, even then, you can't really say whether that, like, if he had the disguise. The disguise tiles are always going to be slower simply because some of them might require setups, and then also the animation itself is just longer than the collection tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems like Phanium is heavily emphasizing on the collection because you would see right at the start he just starts grabbing soda cans. He doesn't need them. There's no tiles, but he's grabbing them anyways.
Right.
So having that kind of strategy that's just regular that you do, it's gonna help in terms of
Yeah.
the way bingo stands at the moment.
Well, and especially if it's not really adding to your run, right? I mean, you can have something where it's like it doesn't take that long to grab those cans. It doesn't take that long to grab the coconuts if you're already there. And so just kind of making those always part so that you
Yeah, there's
can claim those
the
tiles.
coconuts. Something random could have denied Phanium was the coconuts at Andrea's compound.
Right.
He moved the guard away, but he just left after that. So
Just didn't
I
go for it. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting as we see bingo evolve because we're going to see more and more.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, it's gonna be interesting how somewhere there's Colorado Fire allowed. Maybe someday it's gonna be like meet Dahlia as Helmut Kruger and talk about the New York job or whatever.
Right,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Well, our uh,
But yeah,
our
obviously this is set up because of not only us casting, but the admins have to verify every action
yes.
for the tile. So yeah, this it's a very difficult game to not only play, cast, admin, but also manage as like a setup, how it's presentable.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It is a complex thing, this bingo game.
Yeah, it's a different. It touches a different area of the map in the game. Well, also the maps. Sometimes you might never go for a corner of the map, but it might become viable because it's next to a start and you can always pick it up, something
Right,
like that.
exactly. Exactly. Mendoza's a good one for default loadout starts because you do have multiple suit starts that can make sections of the map entirely viable. So, but both players is hovering over the play button as the card goes live now.
Yeah, it will probably be Shrine, if I have to guess.
I think that was definitely where Phanium
Just
was.
Shrine, then get Dawn, get stuff, yeah, along the
Yeah.
way.
When I see collect Yates' car key, collect 5 bottles of the same wine, puncture a water cooler. That bottom row
Now,
looks pretty tasty.
yeah, that car keys tile with a early load, and random actually has an advantage. He could run in and grab that right
Yeah.
away and deny that tile. This is it's a massive amount of suspicion meter for him.
Oh, he's gonna definitely peekaboo that guard, but he should be able to get to the roof in
Yeah,
time.
he is well ahead of Dawn as well. Now see what he does. But Phanium's caught up though. He's just underneath where Random is,
Yeah, and random is moving that body. Let's see,
dropping a
where's
chandelier. And there's the keys.
okay? So
So
yeah, he'll be
Random
able to
will
grab
win
that.
that battle. Lots of collection stuff up in the attic of Yates's villa. So
Right.
let's see what you can gather from there. So Phanium picks up the keys, but he will not
Uh,
be able to claim the tile. He also drops a chandelier. Again, another race.
Phanium has it marked that he's dropped 2 of the chandeliers.
Oh,
What was the first chandelier that he dropped?
I well, I would not.
I'm
I'm not
not sure.
100%.
Oh, there's a gunshot heard over on randoms, and he's got bodies out in the open here.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna be down
not that big
found.
of a deal. He's got the tile that he
Yeah,
needs with that car keys, and he's got the woodsman sniper. So I'm pretty sure that was just intentional, really.
Phanium is gonna grab this mercenary disguise. Get around the map a little bit easier.
Random this time not gonna go for the kill. He's trying to lure, or maybe he's not. He's hiding in the bushes. And Phanium knocks somebody out with the umbrella. Gets one of the other mercenaries. He's gonna grab that tile. He picks up the fire poker.
Yeah, there's pacify someone with a fire poker on here too, so he's gonna be able to knock off quite a few tiles here.
Yeah, he's got the meaty bone now. It's a knockout. Oh, that looked a little
Wow, that
finicky
was
there, but he
very
got the. That
very
would have been
close to a side
orange
KO.
if you were unlucky.
Yeah. Random with the mercenary disguise is gonna be able to come up here and
Yeah, he's got
get the
the
8
silenced
skill.
pistol too. So, which interestingly, he should have from the loadout. But yeah, 3 tiles to Phanium's 5. Phanium picks up the poison.
Let's see here. Is there a poison somebody tile or something? What?
Oh, but you can poison Tamara, so it's
Yeah.
probably what that's for.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're planning on going and grabbing the 5 bottles of the same wine, you're gonna want to do it down there anyway.
But yeah, I challenge you guys to grab 5 bottles of the 1945 Grand Paladin.
Definitely caused some issues.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever tried it, but I dropped it when I first got it, and it said go grab the other one, and I'm like, where is the other one?
Oh no, I never have
In the
tried that.
mission story, it said go grab the other one, and it didn't fail the mission story for some reason.
That's so strange. I wonder if they just
Yeah,
like replace
I
it.
legitimately thought there was another one hidden somewhere
Yeah,
else. I don't know if it still might be. It might be an Easter egg by Iowa.
that would be amazing if there's some way. It's just like, oh no, we drop it all the time. Don't worry, we've got this on stock.
Yeah. So Phanium scanning 2 QR codes. That's gonna be able to get that tiles as well.
Yeah, that is a
And
nice quick tile to get if you know where 2 QR codes on the way. And obviously you have the one at the top of the stairs here, and then right at the bottom of the stairs wherever they're gonna set up.
yeah,
Phanium is
so
poisoning that wine.
yeah, random scan the code, but it's not gonna be
Right.
worth it anymore. You should see that in his board as well.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've not played in a competitive standing for bingo. Obviously, I don't know how often these players are looking down at the board to decide what it is that they want to do. But random is going to grab a security card as well, so that's going to be another tile down. Currently 7-5, so it's close for both. But Phanium has the poison kill set up for Tamara.
Pixel shot with the hackle on the evidence box, and he hits it. That's really impressive from
Very
random.
impressive. Phanium is going to puncture a water cooler. Now, he shot it with a gun. Is that like, did he have to puncture it like with a screwdriver, or could he shoot it?
I think it's not specified, so I want to say it's fine with the puncture with the bullet as well. If not, we'll see the admin unselected the tile in a few
Right.
seconds.
And I do want to circle back to this because I am catching up with chats. Phanium did shoot 2 chandeliers. One was in the main room, and then one was in the bathroom, according to Pajero. We have 2 admins currently, one
right.
watching each player. And my guess is that Pajero is watching Phanium. Phanium just created poison using the distillery thing, and now is waiting for Tamara to take the drink and standing
one
right
of the
by the
2
exit.
rat poisons he picked up. So yeah, just to kind of have to wait out the timer for her to die, and then the 10-second timer for Diana to teleport.
Oh, Pajero's actually watching Randy. Since Pajero's also just that good.
Random's only at 6 tiles. Don't believe he's got the Tamara kill set up yet.
And Infrafun does say that it is a destroy tile to puncture the water cooler, so it is fair play to shoot it with a pistol. Very good. Thank you. Yeah, Tamara's down. Now we're just waiting on the server to catch up. There it goes. Now Phanium's gonna exit. That was a while.
Exit. That's big. That's both picks picked up by Phanium. And
huge.
He's on match point.
That's huge, and we're going into Miami, which can be a quick one as well.
Yeah, which we've heard he's been grinding that, so
right.
We might see a quick 3-0.
Yeah, we probably, if it's fast enough, the match will be over longer than the delays were. So
yeah, I was just gonna mention that. The waiting time might have been longer than the match, if it might end up happening.
Which is exactly what we like.
Yeah, got quite potentially the final map of the first Hitman Bingo tournament.
Yeah, and we're heading to Miami, so we're finally moving into the RNG side of things.
Yeah, and only way we play Berlin is if it's a tie, which I don't see happening, or if random wins.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, random has to win this for a multitude of reasons. First and foremost, to get back into this thing. But also, yeah, to force us to go to Berlin and the rest of them. But I mean, even if we go to Berlin, like, I haven't really seen randoms play on Berlin, but Phanium is pretty solid, you know. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how this goes.
Yeah, definitely. It, so Miami kills are kind of speed running, and
Mm-hmm. It can be
so
fast.
yeah, it's another kind of 90-second you get both targets killed. So this is gonna be again a race to the collection and becoming, which this map will probably be favoring heavily for collection because this does have the most amount of disguises in the trilogy, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
But
you're
they take a
right.
lot of time to get them.
Yeah,
So
it's like
they're,
29 or something like that.
yeah, 29, something like that. Definitely. Yeah, I think collection and lots of interaction, destroy those tiles will be, which favors Phanium because that's what he's been choosing to do for the past two maps and a majority of the tournament.
Right, right. And we'll see this map in just a couple of minutes, as Infrafun has said that the map will commence at 26 minutes after the hour, so very, very shortly here. So get those predictions in. Yeah, Fanium wins this. Fanium takes it all. Random wins this, and he forces us on to Berlin. I'd really like to see this matchup go the distance. I feel like Random just hasn't quite caught the stride that he needs to, but he's not playing poorly. You know, Fanium is he's just on a tear right now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like Random is a solid player overall. He's probably, because of the style he plays, he's very consistent because of that improv and sort of safe play. But when he maybe when he interacts with a part of the map or a situation that he might not usually do, like the mansion staff, for example, in Santa
Hmm.
Fortuna, it was a bit awkward and kind of cost him to restart. Stuff like that he would need to clean up
Right.
now, and this is like backs against the wall for him.
Yeah. And you know, you mentioned the mansion staff thing. I mean, very rarely are you getting a mansion staff disguise. Very
Yeah,
like you are starting that if you need
yeah,
it, you know. And so yeah, it's interesting to see how Bingo is kind of forcing players into that side of things where they might be playing something that they're not otherwise super comfortable with. But our card is revealed. Phanium is loading directly in. Random is choosing to start at the marina. I believe I saw that last second planning change. So we've got several become tiles, obviously. I see Race Marshal, Kronstadt Mechanic. There's also a blend in as Kronstadt Mechanic. Obviously, could be done if they decide to go for that for the Sierra kill. Could get both those tiles. Kronstadt Engineer, Sodoraneo Mechanic, which I'm sure I'm saying incorrectly, but Aeon
I don't think
Mechanic.
anybody in the community has managed to do that, so you're all right there. I don't even want to pronounce it.
And right away, Random is going to become the Kronstadt Engineer, grabbing the free disguise early doors. There's a coin
Yeah, and
toss into the aquarium as well. Yeah, this is a very fast start. Getting two of those tiles immediately.
Phanium is trying to get a food vendor with a generator. So, yep, there's the tile. Collects a cleaver from there. He can get the sugar.
Very fast, and Phanium's able to tie it up immediately as well. But both players with completely different starts here. And Random is going to be getting quite a big spot, but he manages to get out of the hostile area in time.
Yeah, he's.
Where's he going? What's his thinking here? I was
I
thinking
don't, I'm not
maybe
really sure.
race
It's another one
marshal.
of those street guard thing where he just did a
Yeah,
distraction for. I don't know. Not really sure what to play here, but yeah, race marshal might be something he's looking at.
yeah, he's in a decent spot for it. The timing's not working out for him as the race marshal isn't downstairs just yet. He does have his two hammers. He's accidentally hooked one of the Kronstadt engineers as well, so he's just abandoning that area for now. Meanwhile, Phanium with two faucets turned on is now heading into the Kronstadt building. So I haven't seen either player go over to the race side of things yet.
Purchases a soda can. Alright, so there's random. He gets the race marshal that comes down, grabs the disguise. Should have the tile, so both equal now. 4 tiles. No kills for both players. Sierra is kind of a freebie because she's racing. She will be racing for quite a while.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of a nice thing about being able to kill her in the car is she essentially just becomes not a target.
Yeah, it's kind of like
you've
a
always got her.
Hokai. Oh, random pushes too far into the
No.
podium.
Oh no. And the thing was, he had the other disguise, right? That I think would have allowed him up there, with the race coordinator thing. We did see in that route, Random did have one of the octane boosters. I wonder if that's a collect tile that he's going for as well.
Yeah, if that's the case, he will have to. He's reset now inventory to 0 again, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be difficult. He's collected 2 hammers. He's grabbed another one. This one will be useful for knockouts. Looks like Phanium's gonna go for the Robert isolation now.
Yeah, and he's grabbed the photo of Robert Knox, so I was really hoping for a robot kill. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
While he's waiting for Robbie to get
This
up here, he's gonna go ahead and take
laptop
care of
is too
Sierra.
powerful.
Oh, too powerful. Just so quick. But
Yeah, sniping Sierra's cars is gonna be 2 quick kills. He's at 5 kills. He's shooting away, gets a clean one. That's the kill shot was really nice. Turns on a forklift alarm.
yeah, there should be Robert down for Phanium, and so now he's just got to worry about collecting the other tiles. He becomes Kronstadt security as well, so that is another free tile. And he'll drag Robert into this room just to be safe, just to make sure that no wandering eyes catch him.
Yeah, he's got the kills done. He is over halfway done with the tiles as well.
Mm-hmm. And he's taking out the cameras, so he's got so much stuff. Random is going to grab the Kronstadt mechanic disguise here and most likely blend in as a Kronstadt mechanic. That'll be 2 quick tiles as well.
Oh, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a sugar. He doesn't have the wrench.
Oof.
What's he gonna do? He didn't grab the wrench. Ooh, well, have to make sure you don't get spotted by camera too. Now, is he gonna poison the IV drip? He's picked up this. Yeah, he picked up the injected poison. Phanium though made his way towards the race side of the map.
Yeah, and he's got that Kronstadt security disguise as well, so he's gonna basically just have free reign over here.
Yeah, it's like might be going for Pale Rider. Yeah, he's poisoning the IV. So get that tile, knocks out Durant.
Bit of a whoosh there, but he is going to be able to get that knockout done as well.
No Robert kill for random, and he's on the race side. It's a little bit concerning for his sake, but
Right.
he's equal in terms of tiles. And again, having being around this garage means he can take care of the Sierra kill. If he uses the cutscene kill, it's just an extra 20 seconds. There's that octane booster. Now he's also caught by a camera. No more
He's going to have to
tile
take care of
grabbing until
that
you
too.
clear that.
So where's the closest camera on this side? It's
Should be
upstairs.
right above the Kronstadt garage.
Yeah. So
Hopefully he doesn't get wall hacked. Something
yeah.
I found out like literally yesterday, I think.
I didn't see that video. Yeah. Well, he's grabbed the Pale Rider disguise, but obviously not to collect the tile. I don't know if it's just so that he can wander around a little bit easier.
I mean, he was in the Kronstadt mechanic,
Yeah.
which was similar in terms of trespassing permissions, so maybe he wants that for a peekaboo on Sierra.
Well,
Yeah,
Phanium,
not really sure. Phanium.
Phanium with his 10th tile in the medic disguise that he set up with the KO earlier, he's going to be able to exit in the ambulance and just get right out of there.
Yeah, while we were waiting for random to collect the octane boosters, Phanium grabs that. He drops a loudspeaker and pacifies somebody with a baseball bat for his final 3 tiles, and that's a sweep,
That is a
straight up.
clean sweep, and I mean, just really powerful play from Phanium's side of things. I mean, that was wild. That was just really, really good Hitman play in general, but also really, really good bingo play. I mean, Phanium crushed it all the way through, both in the tournament stage, but also just here in the grand finals. He just rocked it all the way through, which was really, really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. It's impressive showing throughout the whole tournament. He's been solid. Like he might be one of the consistent, uh, very consistent bingo players. And that Miami showed he didn't really miss a beat.
Yeah. When I did we see Phanium restart at all?
I don't think so.
I don't
It
think that we
might have
did.
been once,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was clear. Santa Fortuna was clear, and
That
this Miami was clean too.
that was so.
Mendoza, yeah, I don't think he
I
restarted.
don't think
This
that he
is
had a reset. I don't think that he really
so
had a rip. No, he
he
did
just
he? No, he didn't, because the
he
body found
just
was.
yeah he just incorporates the whole playthrough into his just he collects, he becomes, and he also gets the kills all at the same time. You know, he's not like we mentioned strategies where you just do the collection and then get the kills after a restart, but no, he just goes all the way through. So yeah, that's proven to be the best bingo method. That's why he is the
Yeah,
best bingo player according to this tournament. So
yeah,
yeah, congratulations to Vanium for becoming the Hitman first Hitman bingo champion.
yeah. Yeah, and GG's to both players. I mean, I think Random proved his worth by getting here to the finals and played incredibly well leading up to the finals. Just obviously, I think honestly it was the restarts that got him. You know, he had a couple of really good starts. I mean, that Mendoza started out amazing, and then getting the rip from the gunshot being heard and causing that body to be found kind of just set him on the back foot and just never was able to make up. That was like the one time when we saw him on pace with Phanium, and then just that restart just completely resets him. So Very,
Yeah.
very disappointing on his side of things, but still very well played. As he will take second place in this tournament. And yeah, we got plenty more Providence events coming up.
Yeah, there's definitely a few on the cards.
Yeah, you can
Roulette
go.
freestyles.
Yeah, you can join the Discord and sign up for Roulette Freestyle, which is already full. But if anybody drops out, you'll be put in line to potentially
Well,
get a
signups are
spot.
closed, but you can sign up for Meme Junkies Improv Royale, which is a 1 day marathon event, kind of like Team Roulette, but it's not team. But the only thing that's similar is it's 1 day and straight through.
1 day events. They are a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
They are, yeah, they are. I
Well,
enjoyed
awesome.
TR3 as a player.
Yeah, for sure, and it was a lot of fun to cast and watch as well. But yeah, join the Providence Discord if you haven't already, and you'll get to see more stuff like this. But yeah, congrats to both of our players for coming out. Thanks so much, Punky, for joining me for this co-cast. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me, and also thanks for hosting it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I live for this stuff. It was absolutely great. In for fun and Pajero, thanks so much for doing the admin side of things as well today. Really appreciate you guys staying on the ball and keeping track of everybody when it comes to all this stuff. Let's see here, and just to everybody in general for putting on one heck of a show. We are going to raid Snail. Agent Snail is live right now playing some Hitman 3, and is a good friend of the channel, good friend of Hitman community in general. So go check him out. This was a blast. Congrats on a successful tournament, everybody. Punky, do you have anything else you'd like to say to the lovely people?
No, I think you've said it all. Thanks to everybody involved, casting, watching, adminning, playing, making the whole event successful. So
Yeah, it takes a
yeah,
village to raise these types of things. So, all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that does it for us, and we'll see you in the next tournament.